Rolling Tin Fist.
Hello, MGTOW. Happy Friday. End of another week. It's been a tough one. This week kicked my ass at work, but that's life. That's part of the hustle. Had a few topics that I wanted to discuss, so I may do another recording. In general, it's tough because, hey, I'm married, I got kids, you know the deal. Even though I'm awake and while married, time is at a premium. And that's really the biggest lesson I've learned. But anyway, I digress. So I want to talk about a few things. First of all, this is actually something that happened last month. There was the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. Million Man March. For those of you who may not be old enough to remember, 20 years ago, there was a call for another march on Washington, primarily for black men, in solidarity of the challenges black men were facing during that time, such as, incarceration, violence, etc. So there was actually quite a great turnout, which I think gave much of America a pause, First of all, there were this many black men, and two, that they actually came out. So people took buses from all over the country, and they went down to the mall on Washington. I was in college then, and I don't know, was probably a little bit cynical because I just didn't think there was much value in just making a 10-hour bus ride just to say, yes, I'm here. I didn't really see, what would that solve, Looking back now, with this recent anniversary, a whole bunch of men did actually go back to Washington. For those who went then, they're 20 years older, they went back. For those who maybe passed away, some of their sons went down, which I thought, was great. However, what struck me, being awake and well married, being aware of MGTOW and the Red Pill, was that I don't recall anybody saying it was a black men's only event, right? And what I would have liked to see would be something for all men to do, not just black men or men of color, but really all men, Again, I think maybe part of the friction or maybe concern for non-men of color is maybe what visually the Million Man March represented then and now, especially when you had, descendants of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., you had Louis Farrakhan. So I think if I'm a white guy going there, especially if I'm a man of my generation versus someone in college now, that would take a lot of courage just to go there. But anyway, be that as it may, my really point is that I would really like to see something on that level for all men, representing all men, to really talk about the larger issues that affect all men. And that is something Turnflick Monkey talked about in one of his videos a while ago in response to some quote-unquote black MGTOW that were basically saying, we're leaving the movement because issues about black men aren't being addressed. And I second his main point, at least as I saw it from that video, that these are issues that affect all men. Okay, I'm here to tell you, when a woman puts a javelin in your back for your money, or her lawyer does in court, they don't give a shit whether you're black or white. She's after her cut. When daddy government is looking for you to pay what they feel you should be paying, they don't care, if you're black, they don't care if you're white. They're looking to make sure that you have to pay rather than the state has to pay. So anyway, I digress. So let me know your thoughts out there, man, MGTOW, married, whatever. What do you think about something larger on that scale for all men to really have a groundswell and bring to light issues all men are having. Sometimes in life we answer our own questions. So in thinking back on the beginning part of this video, MGTOW by its essence isn't a movement that would necessarily lend itself to congregating on a mass scale. So maybe it wouldn't be like the Million Man March, but some other type of groundswell that is still true to the essence of MGTOW, but still is a tipping point where it cannot be avoided anymore. And I'm not talking like the men's rights movement where we're still asking for permission, asking to be recognized, asking for equity, but just the tipping point where so many men are gone their own way that it's just self-evident that things are changed. It's not, oh, we need to change, but they're just changed. Anyway, give me your thoughts on that and all of the aforementioned stuff. Let me know what you think.